Every sales team wants to know how to shorten the sales cycle, but there's no one-size-fits-all solution out there. However, Dynamics 365 Sales has one of the most comprehensive sales support software options on the market today, at a price that small to medium-sized sales teams can afford. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how it can help save your reps time and help them stay organized in their outreach, which will shorten the sales cycle for your entire team. One of the main reasons sales teams adopt Dynamics 365 Sales is because it has plenty of built-in ways to help your business development reps stay organized and focused. Today, I want to show you the Sales Accelerator tool inside of Dynamics 365 Sales. The Sales Accelerator allows managers to define a cadence for sales reps, and it also gives sales reps an easy-to-follow, prioritized daily checklist for their sales efforts. I think the sequence and work list functionality that's included is a huge asset that a lot of people don't understand. The Sales Accelerator is super flexible, and that makes it so much easier for BDRs and SDRs to follow through and complete next steps. This is a really important balance, because not only do you want to make sure a sales automation tool can do the things that you need it to do, but it also needs to be easy enough to use so that people don't revert back to spreadsheets, disparate notes, etc. So let's walk through two sides of this process today. What it would look like for the sales manager, director, etc. to set up what Dynamics 365 Sales calls sequences, or basically the activities that an SDR or BDR needs to complete, and then the work list. So that's what the SDR or BDR sees on their side to actually complete the activities. So let's start with the sequence. We can pretend that I'm the sales manager and I want to set up the different steps a BDR should go through when prospecting a new lead. I already set up the sequence, but I'm going to put it in edit mode so you can see some of the different options that are available. The sequence designer is completely drag and drop. There's tons of different actions and conditions someone can set to determine the next step for a lead. This might look a little bit complicated at first, but I want to show off a little bit of the complexity that can be implemented in these sequences. They aren't just one-dimensional to-do lists. They are really complex. You can easily create a ton of conditional logic to determine the next step for a lead. The basic sequence we've set up follows these steps. We've got that first initial phone call from a BDR. And one thing to note here, if a lead is qualified or disqualified, the lead is going to be removed from the sequence. So no more next steps will be created. The reason for this is if a lead is qualified, we want the account executive to take the opportunity from there. We have another sequence set up for qualified leads. And on the other side, if a prospect tells us that they aren't in the market for what we're selling, we don't want to waste time on that lead. We want to respect that and pull them out of the sequence. After that, we want to wait a day and give them a second call. Then we want to send a follow-up email with a promotional video. A side note, our team at Cobalt is working on a different video that goes into detail about sales email templates in D365, so I won't go too deep on that. But the emails in my example here are using dynamic text. For example, the greeting is pulling the first name from the lead. After we send that email, we can see some of the conditional logic in place. We want to send the prospect down different paths depending on if they click to the link in the video. One last thing to note, we've set the sequence up so that whenever someone replies to an email, we pull them out of the sequence. We've done that because in that case, we most likely don't want them to go through the automated steps for the lead. They most likely need some sort of personal attention. Anyway, if they do click the link, we're going to wait a bit and then send them a follow-up email with a related video link, so like a part 2. We'll wait a bit and then give them a call. If they don't click the link, we will send them down a different path where we don't send them a follow-up email. We use the link click condition here, but there are other email actions you can base next steps on, such as email open, recipient reply, attachment download, etc. So once you've created your sequence, you can go ahead and activate it. And then once you activate it, you can connect it to a segment of records where you want this sequence applied. In this case, we want to use the sequence for all leads that were sourced through BDR prospecting. This means that when a BDR opens a new lead found through prospecting, it'll follow the sequence. So what does that mean for the SDR or BDR experience? Let's go ahead and switch gears, and I'll show you what the BDR SDR experience looks like when they log into the system every morning. Here, you can see all the activities I need to complete for the day. Let's open up a lead I haven't contacted yet. You can see the next thing I need to do for this lead is give them a call. So all I need to do is click the call button and it will open up a pre-generated call record. I can give them a call and note any important details in the description box. So maybe they said that they were really interested in reporting. That's definitely something I want to note, and I can put that right here. Then I can mark the call as complete and move on. Because we wanted to wait a day or so before following up, you can see that the lead now says there are 2 days left. That's because there's no activity that needs to be completed for another couple of days. So you might be asking, what if the next activity is an email? What does that look like? There are 2 different email options in D365, especially when you're setting up a sequence. You've got your emails and your automated emails. An email pre-populates an email and gets it ready to send, but the BDR or SDR still needs to click send. So this is great for emails where you foresee the BDR or SDR needing to add a little bit of color before they actually hit send. On the other side, an automated email is sent just as it is, when it is ready, determined by the sequence. This is best for emails where we don't want to add any additional text, so like a breakup email. For this lead, I need to send a follow-up email. I can see that the follow-up email is my next task in the Up Next section. I can click email and the email will be pre-populated with the email template set in the sequence. I can send it as is, or I can add a little bit of extra context by editing the email right on the screen. This won't update the actual email template, so you don't need to worry about that. Once I'm finished, I can send it by clicking the send button. Sequences allow me to make life a lot easier for BDRs. They can spend less time copying and pasting and more time crafting phone call scripts and emails that actually work. There's so much more that Dynamics 365 for Sales can do for your team. It's smart, strategic efficiencies like the Sales Accelerator that are ultimately going to shorten your sales cycle. Our team at Cobalt has put together a really tight, high-level summary of the ways D365 Sales will make an impact on your sales efforts. Check out the link below or get in touch for a custom product showcase.